Okay, it's going to be the last little bit on tractors, and then we'll move along. Safety, 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 and safety. I can't overly stress it. Like I said, if you got a front end loader on your tractor, be very cautious what you're doing with it. And I'm talking first-hand experience. I don't know if you can see this dent right here. Got a pretty good dent there. Another one up here, kind of crease there. And I really thought I was going to end up dead that day. But it was one of these things where I wasn't used to the tractor. We were in the process of putting on the roof on the house. And I was lifting a bucket load of shingles up to sit on the edge of the roof. And because I wasn't familiar, and oh yeah, my tail light or my headlight headlight still works, cover's gone. Anyway, I moved the lever the wrong direction on my front loader. And instead of leveling the bucket out, tilting it more toward the house, I tilted it slightly back toward me. And, you know, you've got to constantly adjust the level of your bucket as you're raising it up because, of course, it changes. Anyway, so as I'm taking up this load and putting it up on the roof, I had it tilted back too far. I was more concerned with watching the edge of the house and wasn't paying attention to how I had the load situated on that front loader. I dumped about 10 shingle bundles. You know, it's probably about 700-800 pounds there because they were big architectural shingles. I dropped them right down on top of this tractor and not too far from my little noodle. Could have been bad. Instead, I just ended up with a few dents in the tractor, which I swore that the next winter I was going to fix, but the next winter I had other things to do, and to be quite honest with you, I haven't gotten around to it. You know, and those dents don't bother me a bit. But safety, you know, get to know your tractor, and when you think, I got a noisy roof on here. When you think you've got it pretty much whipped, slow down and think again, because one quick mistake, folks, I can't stress that enough to you, can end your dream. Okay? And you don't want your wife putting on your tombstone, here lies my ex-husband, he was stupid. Okay? So, I you know, for small little equipment like this, you wouldn't think it's any big deal, but let me tell you something, my friends. Statistically, these are the killers. More people die on a farm from these things here, are doing silly things like taking the safeties off of their drive shafts of their PTOs, working on reaching across the PTO shaft while it's still engaged. Okay? If you read all your safety manuals, they'll tell you make sure that thing is disengaged, motor's off, it's quit turning, don't reach back here for any reason when that is engaged. You know, I was reading an article in the local paper last summer, and a fella had reached across to adjust one of his bars. He had on a baggy shirt. His shirt got grabbed up by that U-joint. Not that particular one, but the one on his piece of equipment. His PTO was still engaged, and he'd have got lucky if all it did was tear off his shirt, but actually what happened, it ripped off his arm. And before anybody even knew what had happened to him, he laid out in the field and bled out. Don't be silly. You know, there's a reason for those safety warnings, and on a piece of farm equipment, it is a really good idea to listen to it, because you can get caught up and badly hurt. And you know, a lot of times, guys, you may be off in the middle of a field. Nobody knows you're out there laying there dying. Okay? You can do something stupid and flip your tractor over, be laying there dying. Nobody's going to know it. Okay? So, you know, use your head. Be safe. Like I said, they're a very useful tool. They, you know, reduce your workload dramatically, but respect them. Pay attention to them. Pay attention to the safety features on them. And whatever you do, don't be stupid, because they can kill you. Not just hurt you. They'll kill you. Okay? They can hurt you too, but too many times the fellas die or are permanently disabled. Just even something silly like loading on a trailer. A friend of mine was down here was telling me that him and a buddy was going to take a tractor in to an auction, and his buddy didn't wait for him to get there to try to load it on the trailer. And he tried loading it by himself. It slipped off the ramps and flipped over on him, and you know, that was the end of it. So use your head, be safe, and understand that when you get out there in that fields, that you need to be extra cautious, because you're out there alone, and if something bad happens, there's nobody there for you. Okay? So you be safe. Don't be afraid of them. Be using sensibly. Alrighty, this is Rich from Tennessee Homestead, and that's the last time I'm going to warn you about using your head. Promise. Have a good evening.